Hello YouTube, Jovan here from Imperfect Creations Homestead in Zone 6, Virginia. Welcome to our new visitors. We're glad to have you here and hope you like what you see and that you find something to help in your gardening journey. Welcome back to our return viewers. We appreciate your support and comments and hope you too find something to help you along the way. In today's video, I'm taking you back to where the pepper babies began. Well, shortly thereafter. I planted hot peppers February 2nd and sweet peppers February 9th. I'm feeding my soil with worm castings and I'll begin adding very diluted fish fertilizer as the peppers grow to help them develop and establish strong roots. I have pre-moistened my peat moss and I've added some perlite for drainage, and that's what I have sitting next to me ready to go. And then here you see me preparing 3-inch pots from the Rusted Garden. Yep, that's those trays. See, they have the drainage in the bottom. And then here I've got the 4-cell trays from Epic Gardening with the root pruning slits on the sides. And then I've also got some giveaway 6-cell trays that I purchased from Amazon last year. And these are all to give the peppers a new home. I can easily give these away without feeling like I've given away my good seed starting trays. And so I started the pepper seeds in peat pellets, hydrated them with boiling hot water, kept them on a heat mat under a humidity dome until they germinated, and then I put them under grow lights with appropriate labels because, like some, I am very bad at labeling appropriately. And so now I'm placing the peppers that my family will keep in the 3-inch pots and the 4-cell trays. And while I am going to put the remaining extra peppers in the giveaway cell trays, I'm making sure that everybody gets fed. Look at these little tiny seedlings. They're so tiny, but they're very healthy. Now, I know some of you may think it's too soon to pot them up, but I want these peppers to break out of the gate running, not stunted or become root bound, I'm sorry. And so here again is another little tiny guys. Yeah. Now, the outside material on these peat pellets is supposed to be biodegradable, but y'all, I've been burned before and I have no desire to wait years for this stuff to break down. So I remove it before potting up my seedlings, whether that's peppers or something else I've started in peat pellets. And then to each new container, I'm adding an adequate amount of worm castings for long-term feeding, and I'm planting the peppers deep enough to stabilize them. And here I'm taking my little mini trowel and I'm separating the seedlings from the peat pellet. And see, I've got 2 now. Hopefully you can see that. I didn't get my camera as close as I would have liked, but I've got 2 little seedlings. And I'm going to take my 3-inch pot and I'm going to add some pre-moistened soil to it. Again, this is peat moss and perlite. And then I'm going to get a scoop of worm castings and add that. And then I'll give it a good stir with my trusty chopstick that I have labeled. You saw that with my daughter. And then I'm going to pop my little pepper seedling in there. Make sure that it's upright. Might need to get a little help from my chopstick. Yeah, I don't want to put the trowel in there because this seedling is tiny. Okay, here it comes. There we go. And yep, scoop up all that soil. I'm cheap, I want it, and then I'll add more soil to backfill. Make sure that it is snug inside its new home. Okay. A little more soil. And then stand the seedling up, pat down that new soil. A little bit more, a little bit more. Sometimes you gotta add a little more soil. There we go. It's in there now. There we go. I'm gonna learn how to speed up one day. Maybe later in the video. We'll see how it goes. And there's my label. And there you have it. Potted up pepper seedling. All good. So for anyone who has never taken seedlings that you've started in smaller trays and potted them up to larger containers. This is for you. Now, I must give a shout out to Glade's Garden Girl down in Florida, I believe Zone 10, because thanks to her video on sustainable recycling and reusing, I will never again buy plant labels. I have so many plastic containers that I upcycle, recycle, and reuse. And she showed me how to cut those containers into strips to make reusable labels. Now, what I have done is sat my 40 plus year old body down in a floor with my 80 plus year old knees, and I need something to write on this masking tape with. But at any rate, the Glades Garden Girl said to not write on the actual label itself. Oh, good, very good. My mini-me brought me a Sharpie so I can write on here. She said add masking tape or painter's tape to the label and write on that. And then your label itself remains free to use over and over again. Absolutely genius. And so if you've got old food containers or laundry containers, anything that you can cut into plant label size strips, keep them, cut them up. I know it takes a little while. You got to have a little finger muscle to be able to use the scissors, but pop that on that piece of plastic, and there you have a plant label, reusable plant label. Good stuff. Yep. And gonna pot up one more. I think this is the same kind of pepper, but if you bear with me, pop that in there, backfill with some soil. There you go. Now I don't just use these labels for the peppers I'm giving away. I use it for the peppers I'm keeping, because if you remember this 3-inch pot, these are our peppers that we're keeping. So make sure I've added enough soil, tamp it down with my fingers very gently, add just a little bit more. And when I'm done, I will bottom water. My soil is pre-moistened, but when you are potting up, transplanting, anytime you're going from original to a different planting container or area, you want to make certain that you water it in. So here's my label that I've made, and voila, absolute genius. And I am actually going to speed up here because y'all don't need to watch me pot up 50 plus peppers. I have already identified several people who can use these extra seedlings because they either have no gardening experience, have difficulty starting peppers from seed, or just don't want to pay $6 each for seedlings. Whatever the case, I have more than we need, even keeping 3 to 4 extras for our garden. And so I'm giving the rest to any family in need who wants to grow peppers and has had some difficulty. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Potting up what we need in the good containers that I paid a little bit more for, and then taking my new labels. Stay tuned. Yeah. Hello YouTube, Jovan here from Imperfect Creations Homestead, Zone 6, Virginia. Welcome back. If this is your first time visiting my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. We hope you see something you like. We hope you find information that's helpful to you. If you're a return viewer, thank you once again for your support, and we hope that you too find something you like and that helps you in your gardening journey. Well, guys, in the last video, I asked that you pray with me for no injuries. Your girl got an injury today, but it's okay. It's a little one. I just took off the tip of my fingernail, a big tip of it. No, I was not doing anything heroic. I was slicing peppers for a salad. Yeah, so I'm gonna be down to 9 fingers for just a little while until this, heals over just a little bit and I can get back in the dirt. But in the meantime, I got several boxes of latex gloves, so we are not slowing down at all, right? Right. We are inside because once again, it's cold. It's March. It's the first week of March. I am 8.5 weeks from my safe plant out date, or my last expected frost date here in this good cold zone 6 Virginia. And I've been doing all things potting up, reseeding, planting new things, seed starting. Baby, we in the thick of it. I mean, we in the thick of it. We haven't done tomatoes yet, but I wanted to bring y'all along. Y'all, my camera stand being evil. It's being evil. Hold your mute just one moment. See if I can get this fixed. My skin look real bright up in this light. Okay, let's see how this works. Is that gonna behave? That might behave. I don't know. But I'm gonna stay down here just in case it falls again. This feels better on my knees anyway down here on the floor. So, no, I'm not this short. I'm short, but I'm not this short. Okay, so let me show y'all these peppers. I started our hot peppers February 2nd. We got about 50% germination. And when I say 50%, I mean half of the peppers I planted germinated, half did not. So the end of February, I had to reseed quite a few hot peppers. Started the sweet peppers February 9th. Every last one of them germinated. To the point that if you in my zone and you anywhere near where I am, if you know where I am, and you need some pepper seedlings, baby, come on and get them. Just come on by around by the middle of next month and come get them. Or if you live a little further from me and it's going to be warm up your way about the first week of April, baby, come on by and get them. Just come get them. We have, I'm not about to read this list. Y'all know I got this spreadsheet. Here we go. Sweet peppers, sweet banana peppers, Cali Wonder. I know I got 9 or 10 extra Cali Wonder peppers. After I up-potted them, do you know they sprung some more babies up out of the soil? Cali Wonder said she wanted to grow. She just needed a good start. Carnival Blend, that's another bell pepper. Grand Bell Mix, Habanada, Jimmy Nardello. Thank you, Miss Asia. I'm starting Jimmy Nardello for the first time this year. And can you feel the excitement through the screen? Yes. Lunchbox snacking peppers. Those are for my baby girl. Baby girl said, "Mommy, can I please grow my own peppers?" You sure can. I seed started them for her. She is off to a great start. And we also have Sweet Sunset Italian. I grew those last year. They were fast. Okay, they could not be trusted. Started those indoors, hardened them off in the greenhouse. It was peppers on the plant before I could even get them out of the greenhouse into their final growing spot. They was fast. We got some little managed peppers around here. Okay, and then these 3 could be sweet, could be slightly mildly hot, depending on how you look at it and when you pick them. That's poblano, paprika, and shishito. And I have a new pepper this year. I'm so excited about it, y'all. Pasilla Bajío. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it sounds good. It is a dark, purplish, blue, mild pepper. It's supposed to be slightly spicier than jalapeno. Jalapeno is not really spicy to me at a certain point because I love heat. I don't love crazy heat, like crisis level. We need some milk heat. I don't want that, but yeah, I love a little heat in my pepper. So if you need any of those, the ones that have not germinated yet and are playing with my emotions are my cayenne. I've always been able to grow cayenne peppers. I grew cayenne when I didn't want to grow cayenne. But if y'all remember, in 2024, my cayenne peppers were purple. And they stayed purple until October. So maybe that's the seed's way of telling me, "Mama, we on the way out," or we done. Y'all see my hand clearing up. It's not pretty yet, but it's not as, toe down as it was. Vaseline. Anywho, I squirreled on you. My bad. As far as truly hot peppers, cayenne, which I don't have any of yet. Habanero. We're going to grow them again, girl. Yes. Hungarian yellow wax. Jalapeno mild and hot. And yes, we got them both. 2 of each. Pasilla Bajío, which I told y'all about. And Serrano chili peppers. Y'all want to see these peppers? Hold on a whole minute. So I'm trying to get in the habit. I see other content creators sharing their packets with you when they're getting ready to plant. And I'm sorry, y'all, but I plant in the middle of the night after my mini me goes to sleep. And so I don't always remember to bring y'all along with me. And I apologize. But here's our peppers. All right. So I've got sweet banana peppers. Those are my Cali Wonder. I'm pretty excited about this Carnival blend and this Grand Belle mix. Reason being, I got none of those last year. They germinated, but they kept dying off. And so they're getting a really strong start this year. So prayerfully, we will have those peppers. New from us is habanada and Jimmy Nardello. And then lunchbox pepper is just a miniature version of a bell pepper, if I remember correctly. It's just a small multicolored bell pepper. And so my little one is growing those. And then also have the sweet sunset Italian from True Leaf Market that I grew last year. That was fast. I told y'all about. We're going to grow her again. And then going into the spicy ones, we have Hungarian paprika, growing those again. Intentionally growing more this year because I dried as many as I could last year, ground them up, and we have paprika to last us quite a while because I got 2 good batches out of that. This is the Pasilla Bajío. Y'all look at that beautiful pepper. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. I told you it's a purplish blue. I'm so excited. I could smell the smoke when I planted it. Y'all, I'm silly sometimes if y'all ain't caught on. Poblano. I'm excited to have me some chilies because I love tacos, taco salad, burritos, nachos, any excuse to put tomatoes and cheese and peppers together with something crunchy. That's me. And it doesn't even have to be dairy cheese. It could be cashew cheese, which I'm known to make. It could be coconut milk cheese, which I'm known to buy. Just cheese, tomatoes, and lettuce and something crunchy. Peppers. That's me. That's my jam. Y'all know I looked for this for a while. The shishito pepper. Finally got her. You know I had to put this on a watch list because y'all kept buying up all the shishito peppers. Share. Habanero. Y'all know it's only 2 seeds left in this pack. I was praying over these seeds when I reseeded them. They didn't come up the first time. It's 2 seeds left in here. Oh, but honey, I went and found me some more. So if those trip over there, now I've already up-potted the 2 that I quote unquote need, but I'm gonna have to redo some things in my garden plan. So just in case, I got some more habanero. Just waiting. I might have overdone it a little bit, but shh. Hungarian yellow wax. I bought these last year, but it was after the fact, so we didn't grow them, but they in there this year. So far, so good. I got 1 strong one and 1 that needs some extra Jesus. So y'all pray for that little one. Also, I have hot jalapeno and what we're calling mild jalapeno. I don't know who they trying to fool, but and then serrano chili peppers. These are some strong peppers. This one and the paprika are the strongest ones that I have right now. Okay, so without further ado, let me show y'all these peppers. I was sitting here watching me a little YouTube, watching Miss Diva down in Texas uncover her beds. They had some freeze come through there. And I thought to myself, like, you know, people who live in more southern states than I do, I know Virginia is part of the South. Baby, I was born and raised in Mississippi. I'm from the Mississippi Delta. You can't talk to me about heat, okay? You can't fix your lips and tell me what heat is. Unless you from South America, Africa, you know, somewhere where your humidity and heat rivals that of the Mississippi Delta, you can't talk to me about heat. So it came into my heart. What do their plants do when they experience a freeze? Because here where I live, in Zone 6, Virginia, that some days could pass for Zone 5, this time of year is like, we not finished. We still freezing. Oh, okay, well,
Let us know when it's done, because we've had 4 or 5 good snows since January. It's the first week of March, y'all. So I'm used to it now. I don't like the heat, in case you didn't pick up on that. I ran away from that good Mississippi Delta humidity. It's that level of hot where, why did I shower? But anywho, I was sitting there watching Miss Diva, and I was like, I wonder how her plants feel with this cold snap, because mine are like, wake me up when spring get here. That part. Anywho, here's the first tray of peppers. I'm so proud, y'all. Feast your eyes. Look at these babies. Y'all, I started these from seed. I have never, and I mean never, in my 11 years of gardening, it'll be 11 years next month. Here this camera go falling again. All right, y'all. Look at these babies. Aren't they beautiful? Look how strong they are. Look at that paprika. Look at that paprika cutting up. But you see, even the ones that I have not up potted yet look really good. Look at them peppers. It may seem like I'm doing a lot right now. I'm not. But I'm so grateful and thankful for these peppers, because I struggle every year to get a pepper harvest before it gets cold. I'm out there late September, mid-October, early November getting peppers because they waited until they cooled off. So what did you do different this year, Jovan? I'm glad you asked. Remember the dates that I said that I planted my peppers? I started the hot peppers first because in doing my research, which includes reading, going to the library and reading those old books that, we tend to ignore now, following older, more seasoned gardeners and farmers on social media, talking to family and friends that still do this, reading my encyclopedias of herbal medicines and homesteading and all that good stuff. Hot peppers take longer than sweet peppers to germinate and mature. Now, you would think in all the years I've been reading seed packets that would have dawned on me, or I would have caught that. I didn't. I didn't catch that. I did not. I was starting all my peppers 6 to 8 weeks before my last frost date. Were you with me? You were doing it too? Okay, no judgment. We not going to judge us. We're going to learn better and move forward, okay? We're going to give ourselves grace. So from here on out, on Imperfect Creations Homestead, whether that's in Zone 6, Virginia, or we take it on the road to help somebody else out like we did 2 videos ago. Shout out to the hair mistress. Y'all, I need to take this ponytail down. I'm going to be starting peppers in February. Now, I know people in my zone, some others that live a little further north of me, they're waiting to start theirs now. I ain't had that kind of time because, again, I don't want to be outside in November harvesting peppers unless it's an unseasonably warm late fall going into winter. Then I'm okay with being. I'm sorry, y'all, for throwing all that at you, but my scalp was itching. I'm okay with being outside in that good cool harvesting peppers. I'd rather be outside in the cool harvesting peppers than outside in the heat. Wouldn't you? Yes. But the point is, when everybody else is picking peppers in July and enjoying their salsas and their chilies, and I want it too. I don't want to have to wait. I'm patient-ish, but I want peppers in July and August too. I don't want to have to wait. I've been growing them as long as you have, so I want peppers. So from now on, I'm going to be starting peppers the beginning of February. Hot peppers first, then sweet peppers. I might could wait 2 weeks after the hot peppers to start sweet peppers because sweet peppers said, ma'am, we ready. Let me stop. Show y'all the next tray of peppers because I'll squirrel on you. Now, this tray is a mixture of peppers that I need or will grow myself and peppers that need a home. And in case you're guessing, yes, all the ones in the front, with exception of 2, those lunchbox peppers for my baby, need a home. You see that, right? You see that? Get into it. Come get these peppers. Now, there are 3 people I am growing things for. That is the hair mistress, my hairdresser. She started her first garden this year in her green stalk. I showed you that. That is a good friend of mine who helped me plant my garden last year when your girl was injured. And my old pastor's wife, she grows tomatoes and peppers as well. Now, she doesn't like too much heat, but she might like a little spice. So I have a jalapeno for her, and if she wants to try it, a poblano. I think she said she wanted sweet peppers, but I'm gonna see if I can talk her into trying one of the lightly spicy ones. I'm not gonna try to talk her into Hungarian yellow wax or habanero or pasilla bahia, nothing like that. You know, it's definitely not cayenne. I wouldn't do that to her. But my nephew, he said, look, auntie, I don't want to grow the food. I just want to eat it. So I'm growing peppers for him to make him some sriracha, because I was unsuccessful in growing enough red serranos last year or red jalapenos last year to make sriracha. So I got to make my oldest baby some sriracha this year. But anywho, yes, if you need pepper seedlings, if you're in my area, come get these seedlings, because I'm running out of space. Okay, so that's mainly what this video is about. Finding space, getting creative with the space you have so you can grow more food. Y'all see that? Jalapenos, poblano, habanero, and shishito. These are free to a good home. I just need you to come get them. So should you, now I just up-potted these last night, so they're on the smaller side. But even on the smaller side, look how healthy they are. Look how happy they are. And they just in these little, I call them throwaway containers, but y'all know I don't throw away nothing that ain't broke down yet. I don't. Don't judge me. I started trying to figure it out earlier today, but I am no closer to a solution. And then these mine. Y'all can't have these. These are my pasilla bahia. I had to reseed these, but baby, when I reseeded them, yeah, I only wanted 2, but I'm gonna keep these peppers. Fix your face. Fix your face. But anywho, that's the plan. So I'll bring y'all back when I have figured out this spacing situation, because a week and a half from now, it's time to start tomatoes. And I gotta have a place for them to grow. So y'all pray for us. Say goodnight, Minnie Me.
Night.
From our family to yours, we'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.